My next guest is in Minnesota. He's been to the shooting scene and he has talked directly to the agent involved. It's ICE Acting Executive Associate Director of Enforcement and Removal Operations, Marcos Charles. Marcos, thank you for being with us here today. You've spoken to the agent involved in this incident. First, I understand he went to the hospital. So how is his health and what did you hear from the agent?
After I spoke with him, he's doing well. He sustained some injuries, but his well-being is of utmost importance to myself and the agency, and the safety of his family. So after speaking with him and giving him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he'll make a full recovery and hopefully be back to us soon.
I'm sure it's not hard for him to see across a social media scroll or across his television screen to see that he's being called today a murderer. Does he know that? And what does that make him think?
I'm sure he has, but I know he also has been trying to stay away from any social media or news, just for the sake of his family and his well-being. So,
what can you tell us about your conversation?
I don't think it's fair to call him a murderer. He was out there doing his job. Just that, he was doing well. I called to check on him. I know him personally, so I wanted to make sure he and his family were doing well. I saw him 2 weeks ago when I was here 2 weeks ago. I arrived on the ground Monday morning to come out here and lead our troops out here in this surge effort.
What can you tell us about an ICE officer in this particular situation? How are your agents trained to deal with standing in the path of a car oncoming, accelerating? What is the appropriate training and response from an ICE agent?
Well, first I want to make sure that everybody understands that the driver of this vehicle made the conscious decision to accelerate and go towards and try to ram one of our officers, putting him in serious bodily, the threat of serious bodily harm or even death. We're trained that we can use deadly force in an instance like this anytime a subject has, when the officer believes that the subject poses an imminent threat to personal security or to harm to death.
And what, Marcos, I can only presume that you have a little more information than that might be available to the rest of us, whether that's through your conversation with the agent or other agents there on scene that day. Is there any background that you can give us in the moments that we don't see in these video clips about what led up to this incident?
Sure. The driver, she had been harassing some other of the vehicles, one of our other vehicles. She then, our agents lost her at a red light. She then turned back around, went to that area, and continued to harass and impede the enforcement actions of our officers there on that street by blocking them, using her vehicle to block our vehicles, to use her vehicle basically as a barrier across the street, the public roadway, and impede our officers. Our officers were trying to get around her. Every time they would try to go either in front of the vehicle or behind the vehicle, she would then reverse or go forward, trying to hit our other vehicles. And
she was trying to hit your vehicles?
She was trying to get in the way of our other vehicles, whether it be hitting them or to stop them from proceeding forward. At that time, the officers, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, you've used the word harass, so I was going to ask for a little bit of color on what that means to harass your officers.
Sure, they follow us. A lot of these people follow us around. They follow our vehicles. I've been involved in those where people get behind us, start honking, yelling at us, honking their horn, just calling us names, whether it be just to indicate that they're following somebody from ICE or just to give us a hard time. That's what they do. They'll be behind us, or they'll cut us off. They'll use their vehicle to stop our vehicle's forward progress.
And that's what this individual was doing, you tell me, and you're saying to me that that's not the first. What we see on video is not the first time that your officers had encountered her on that day. And in those previous encounters, she had used her vehicle to block, impede, harass, and possibly, as you suggested, I'm just trying to fill in the blanks for what I've heard from you, hit your vehicles, drive it sounds like in somewhat of a reckless manner, culminating in this moment we begin to see on video?
Correct. Yes, she was doing all of the above. She was doing whatever she could in order to impede us and harass us.
And what was the goal of the agents in that moment when they were approaching her vehicle? Was it to arrest her, to get her out of the vehicle? What was the goal of those agents?
The agents were going to go up there and pull her out of the vehicle, make the arrest, and get that vehicle out of the way so we could continue forward on our enforcement efforts.
Right. And one last question, Marcos, just so I understand. You know, I had somebody ask me, is it policy for an officer to stand in front of a vehicle? But the truth is, and I would love for you to answer that, but I'm not sure he was standing in front of the vehicle. As I've seen video, he was to the right of the vehicle. She then turns into his path. So what is the policy for an officer around the vehicle like that in that situation?
Well, that was a very fluid incident, right? That vehicle that she was in was backing up, then going forward. The
Right.
officer wasn't positioning himself to be in front of the vehicle. He was positioning himself to cover the other officers that were attempting to make the arrest.
Right. And all of this unfolding within seconds. All of this happening in seconds.
In seconds, and as you said, you can clearly tell that she went right at our officer.
Yeah, you know, I've looked at that video. He's to the right of the front fender. The car then turns into the path that he's already standing in. He leaps out, takes the shot. We wish him the best of luck when it comes to health and also the public slander that he's receiving today. Marcos Charles, thank you for what you guys do.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.